More!
Lunch break!
Summer is approaching. It's getting pretty warm out there.
Is it officially summer? I always associate summer with just the temperature. Like once it gets hot, okay, it's summer now.
And it's summer 24/7 here.
It's the season of heat, but it's also the season of love.
Says who?
Who?
When things are very dry, I think winter is way more of a pressure, whether you're single or not.
Because you can be really warm if you're not single.
But what people don't tell you is that it's actually probably good to be single. There's a lot of pride involved when you're a single person. Everyone's always fixated on, oh, I don't want to be alone. There's like way more songs about being sad and alone than there is about being happy and alone.
That's true.
Or when it is happy and alone, it's like I'm getting over something.
Yeah.
I'm getting over a hump. It's never just I've been
just happy
single.
just 'cause.
Yeah, I was already happy.
But yeah, most people, I think, when someone asks you, oh, are you single? It's always like yeah. And I feel like I related to that more.
Like they're shameful.
I think there's like, it tapers off at both ends. I think when you're really young, like maybe in high school, it's like, oh, I'm single. And then all of a sudden, like really later on in life, it's like, oh, I don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. But in between, I think it's like, okay, what do you guys think?
I definitely related to that in high school.
For the people who have not been in a relationship, I think they really, really want it. Because they don't know what it is. They see like everyone else like experiencing it, like, oh, in the movies.
So
on
it's like
IG, I want that.
it's like having a really cool pair of shoes. You know, you always want like. Everyone's working up to having that cool pair of shoes. So there's always this like, it becomes a goal, right? Even if it is a goal, it doesn't mean you can't be happy up until that point, but it's something you're working towards.
Like, I think I was one of those people in high school that like prioritized like, or was always thinking about getting into a relationship and wanting that too. I thought about that before I even thought about myself. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know who I was.
Oh, like you wanted something before you knew what you wanted.
Yeah, like
because you didn't know yourself. Most people can't even admit that though, I think. Like a lot of people aren't even at that point. So when they do get into something, it's like doomed already. I've definitely been there too, where I realized, wait, I don't know if I was ready for this, but I wanted it a lot. I really wanted it.
Yeah.
I guess I'm saying that like being single during that time actually added that benefit to like knowing what you wanted.
Yeah.
People don't recognize that you have to take advantage of that time though. You have to realize that this is a time for me to grow and for me to work on myself. It's very easy to let every day pass and just be sad. Just think about how alone you are, but you're not thinking about the 99 other things you could be doing. That doesn't have to do with being with someone.
I feel like you don't realize that until you're already like on that path of growth. And you
Like-
look back and you're like, oh, I
It's
just got
like-
my time.
You're right. You have to be in a relationship to realize the value of that single time. Because before you're in a relationship,
You don't know what's ahead.
exactly,
Yeah.
all you can think about is how great it's gonna be.
Yeah. And I think when you're younger, you equate happiness to like someone else, even if that's like friends or like the outside source, not yourself.
Yeah, I mean, when I look back at my high school career as a single man, during it, yeah, it was like, oh, dragging my feet. I feel like I learned a lot about myself. One thing I was able to focus on, I got some good friendships out of it. I didn't have a significant other, but I was able to have significant others. Like some of the closest friends are those people that I had time to build relationships around in high school. And then I was also able to exercise my hobbies, you know, my creative ability, and I feel like I take that for granted. There's also the perspective of single life after a relationship. Like, I know people that are in relationships and like they stay in it because they're scared of being single again. Let's say, it's almost like, I don't want to be out there. Oh, I can't even wrap my head around that. But it's healthy, right?
What's healthy?
Being
Okay,
kind of
being
getting back into the single life routine.
Kind of lust for that singledom before.
Ah.
Like, oh, so innocent. Like, you know too many things now. Or like,
Yeah.
Like once you've been through like both stages, when you go back to being single, you realize that it's not as bad. Well,
or maybe
maybe
it's not as amazing.
it's not as
That's-
amazing, but
yeah.
you find all the pros of being single because you have something to compare
Yeah.
it to.
In any sense, it's always good to experience like as much as you can, right?
Yeah.
So like if we're saying that you don't realize how great it is when you're single, the same could be said like when you find that right person, you don't know how great that feels either.
We're not saying relationships are bad.
Yeah.
But we're trying to say that
okay.
single isn't a bad word.
Yeah, we're trying to balance it out because it doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
So one of the pros, you pull your wallet out after you break up, and it's a little bit thicker than normal.
That's true. That is.
You do go out a lot, eat, foods.
Yeah, relationship, you're out more. You end up spending more money. There's more activities that you do. As a single man, you don't feel inclined to do those activities as much more. You're like, it's not a requirement. And cook more maybe. Save a few bucks here and there.
That'd be interesting if you did the same amount of stuff after you broke up, but by yourself.
But that's entirely dependent on like if it's like one person cover the other person, or is it everyone always goes Dutch?
I thought you were gonna pay?
I don't think it's even about like paying like who pays. It's just about like
The frequency.
you're just seeing each other more.
Oh yeah.
And like that means there's more things you're doing
Like
that you
what
wouldn't
you
do by
do.
yourself.
Yeah.
But it's hard not to center not even a date, but like a get together and not have it be about food or drink.
Yeah. That's just,
It's really hard.
that's true.
I think the good thing is that everything you decide is all about you. It's on you. You're not thinking about two different people. Like, how are they gonna feel if I go somewhere? Or like, how to plan this out, right? You're just like, I'm gonna do it because I want to do it.
Another pro is that you give yourself more time for yourself. Just as much as like you can grow with your partner, grow in the relationship, you can also grow while out of the relationship. And you're able to put yourself first. But when you're single, you can really focus all your attention on
I totally
yourself.
agree. I think when you're in it, each person is thinking for the other person. I mean, generally.
Generally.
That's what I mean. You have to actively think about yourself and how you want to use your time and how you want to grow or how you
Yeah.
want to. Oh, I want to learn this thing, so I'm going to do that this weekend. But it's really easy not to like take advantage of that time and then just be focused on not being in something.
You can start riding unicycles more.
So
you can't-
you don't carry her when you ride the unicycle?
Wow.
Dang.
Oh,
Okay.
I feel like that's an outlier. Those people can do that.
Ooh, you can binge watch shows without anyone getting mad at you.
You don't have to wait for other people to watch a movie.
That's
That's what you think of me.
Yeah, I don't want to wait for you guys. Watch
actually
it right now, whenever I want.
It could go both ways, right? Binge watching could be like, I'm gonna do this on my own time so that I can just start and stop whenever I want. Or that might feel kind of lonely too. You want to make it like an event. But usually when I binge watch, it's like, it's not like I had it planned.
I can walk at my own pace. I don't have to match their pace. I can go as fast as slow as I want.
Oh yeah, that is a thing. That is a thing.
serious?
Sometimes I walk.
Really?
Yeah, because like you don't have to like turn around. Oh crap, I forgot it. Yeah.
Where'd she go?
You know what? Okay, then I think I've been
Tall
lucky.
people problems. Okay.
No, I have noticed when I'm walking at normal speed because I'm not thinking about it, and I realize that they are also at my speed. I'm like, this is nice.
But no, they're thinking, man, I'm walking fast. Like, I am sprinting right now.
If you're not holding hands, pacing can be off.
I know that.
I'm just like imagining Chris like super exaggerated, like, hey, how did this happen?
There you are.
He's like, takes 2 steps, waits a little bit, takes 2 steps, waits a little bit.
Yeah, so you can actually go at your own pace. That's what we're trying to say.
In many things.
Yeah.
Oh,
Goes deeper.
Ooh.
I wasn't taking it literally.
You go to a boba shop and get a buy one get one free. You get 2 of them free.
You get to keep it for your. Hey,
I don't always drink boba, but when I do, I use a buy one get one free coupon.
Oh,
that
Best one.
That's so good. Like,
at the same time when I get the extra one, sometimes I'm like, I really wish I
That's
could.
a lot.
yeah, I
of
wish I
sugar.
could give it to someone else. I think another pro is that when you're in a relationship, there's always that challenge of balancing time with your significant other with time with your friends. You could become easily more invested in one of those relationships.
My friendships got infinitely
Infinitely.
better. True friendship where I know it's gonna last
Oh,
like a lifetime, and I would prefer that.
a lifetime.
You know?
Whoa.
So do you think you couldn't have found that if you were in something?
Which one are you gonna prioritize more? Like you have so many things to juggle: relationship, friends, career, school.
I was always that friend that the guy came back to after the relationship. It's like, oh, he's dating someone. Okay, I'll see you in a few months. If it does, I'll see you after.
I'll see you when you get
And it's
out.
not gonna understand.
Like a year passes and you get a, hey, we should catch up sometime.
I'd be like, I'm there. I've
And,
been waiting.
and that's when you find out.
Yeah. Friend that came back, and I feel like I've gone.
Taylor, you know what? I think there's a lot of people watching that are in that position. Why don't you give some words of wisdom for people that are that friend?
Ultimately, don't be mad at your friends if they kind of like start new relationships and like spend less time with you because of it. Because ultimately, you just want those people to be happy.
Yeah.
You know.
Like
And,
if you are like really friends, you want the
You
other
would
person.
support them.
And like, you could still be friends with them, so it's up to you. It's up to you to kind of just maintain that and like hold on to that and be there for them when they need you to be there.
Yeah.
And respect that distance.
It's important not to be cynical with regards to like, okay, it's not intentional, and that it sometimes just happens.
Yeah.
So like not to like think, oh, it could have been their significant other telling like not to hang out with me now. You know what I mean?
It's actually when they come back and they know that they can lean on you, is that when your friendship grows even more. So be ready for that. When you're that guy and your friends are all in relationships, it's almost like another pressure point that you should be in a relationship too, because you're measuring yourself by your friends and your peers.
Like you see them all walking like a little bit ahead of you now, and you're like very aware that you're behind.
Like you feel like, oh, they've matured or they've grown up or they're at a later stage in life. But in reality, it's not necessarily true. Maybe it's through that relationship that they realize that, oh, they still have a lot to learn, just as you are learning about it as a single person.
If you're one of those people that see all your friends getting married even, and like people are telling you that that's the time where you should be getting married too or finding someone, I think ultimately you shouldn't listen to them and acknowledge that everyone kind of goes through life at their own pace, especially if their personal individual journeys of self-discovery and growth.
I have some advice for everyone, because I know that a lot of people out there are watching this and they're like, oh, I'm single life. You know, Valentine's Day comes, it's all about Single Awareness Day. My advice is you can say single life, but never put an unhappy face next to it when you type it out.
That's good.
Because I feel like it's always wrapped up in that connotation of, you know? No.
Or is that a challenge for them? Single life, happy face.
Yeah.
Despite all the stigma of singledom and all the forever alone memes, just know that it's okay to be single and you have a lot to work on for yourself and there's a lot to learn. Self-love, self-care, self-discovery, self-self.
Investing in yourself, it's gonna pay back in your relationship when you get into one.
Yeah.
So let us know down below what other pros of being single there are that we left out in this lunch break.
Happy summer, everyone.
Yeah.
Summer.
Get out there by yourself. Go enjoy it.
Do things.
By yourself.
Adventure. By yourself. Bye.
Bye.